Investors and traders, welcome to the channel Market Chart Pattern. Today is 24th of June 2025. Hope everyone is having a fantastic day. We'll take a look at the key technological stocks for this video segment. Today is Tuesday. It is the Tech Tuesday. As always, this video is for educational purposes only. It is not a financial advice. So we'll start by taking a look at the stock of BABA. It deserves its own video where I will explain in detail the technical pattern formations behind what we are looking at, but I will just briefly describe. So we have a long-standing target of about $160 per share for the Baba stock, and when the stock rallied really nicely, we were calling for it. We got very close as $148.43, which you can say is close enough, but still it missed it by about 12 bucks. And now what the stock did was it had a pretty strong decline right into the 7th of April lows, and this is a really key formation. And after that, what the rally did was it rallied to about 61.8% retracement right here, and then it has rallied back into, it has corrected back into 61.8% retracement from these lows to these highs, and it has done this in a formation which we really like to cover here on the channel, which is one-to-one price projection, which we like to label AB equals CD, because the lines, the segment AB is equal to, if when projected from point C, CD, coming right into the 61.8% Fibonacci retracement. A really powerful pattern formation in the shaded region. In fact, it had done this right here on the 30th of May as well, but the rally didn't go too far, and now in my opinion, what it is doing is actually attempting to form a double bottom. So today the market actually rallied 3.47%, so really strong start to it. It went right into the 20-day moving average, where we can have some shorter term resistance, getting above the 20-day moving average. Ideally 2 trading days with strong daily closes would be very positive for the stock. And on the daily chart, we could have actually a target of 145 with some resistance coming from the structure, but I think it's got a chance to about $160 per share level that we have been targeting. So I'll do an entire video on it, and we'll take a look at it on a longer term, weekly and also monthly charts. It deserves its own video. Now let's take a look at the AMD stock. Here we go. So AMD has been very strong. It has rallied nearly 80% since forming a bottom right here. On the weekly chart, I'll just quickly show this to you. On the weekly chart, here we go. So we had several of our pattern formations completing right here. The blue, which is really nice ABCD, where the CD leg is 1.272 times the AB, and then 1.618 times the AB is this red one. Fantastic. We were watching for 134, 35 level. The reason is because it's got the bearish symmetry right here on the weekly chart. Here we go, and also it is a 38.2% retracement from the top right here to the bottom right here. Here we go, and the 38.2% retracement came around 134. So of course the week hasn't closed yet, so I'll just move back to the daily chart. And the key part is that today it actually closed above, with the high being 138.79, which is really good for the bulls. But ideally, I would like to see another couple of days of strong closes above this level, because that would indicate that perhaps this bearish symmetry is actually over, and we have likely seen an important low here. And if you recall, in one of our previous videos, what I was discussing was that there was a chance that the bearish symmetry might already be over, because we were actually repeating this in a harmonic fashion. So this is how much it would rally and then decline, and this corrective move was an ABCD move right here. But if we take all of this collectively, then what the harmonics that were working in the market were like this. So it has actually moved above that, which is really good sign. And ideally, I would like to see a couple of um, daily closes above this level. So thank you for the subscriber who actually brought the stock to our attention and asked me to do deeper analysis in terms of the ABC cycles. We like to take a look at this. Personally, I was actually also long this stock, and because I follow the patterns when it began to hit 134 level, 38.2% retracement. I did remove some of my trading positions, but again, this is not a financial advice, so you'll have to do your own work. But the core position is still on. So again, I think what we should like to do is perhaps it'll give us another chance where if it is able to in the future do an ABCD correction, so ABCD, something like this in that structure. Let me actually try to draw it for you. Here we go, something of this formation. Now this is after we get a confirmation that the bearish symmetry is over, so the market actually begins to strong closely above the 135 level for a couple of more trading days. Then I would imagine we might have seen a pretty important low right here. That would be a very nice kind of pattern formation. Will give us another chance with a defined risk below this. So again, not a financial advice, but just something to watch for in future. And then let's have a quick look on this on the monthly chart. So the monthly chart is very positive. Of course, the month of June is not over yet, but it's got it's coming to an end quite soon. And if it closes on its where it is right now, it's going to be a very strong candle. So if it closes like this, where there is shaved body, because there is no wick to the downside and the shaved body on the top, there is no wick on the upside. This is known as a Moribuzu candle. It's one of the stronger continuation patterns which exist in the candlestick methodology. I do follow candlestick patterns. I don't talk a lot about those, but I think I will begin to. In fact, I'll produce a guide for those as well, because not all the patterns, but some of the patterns that I follow, they usually give, especially on the longer term charts, really powerful signals. So we can combine our patterns of ABCD, Fibonacci retracement, expansions, and projections with a candlestick, and we have a very nice methodology to go by with. So there we go. So this is what we are watching in the stock of AMD. Now let's move to Tesla. Here we go. So the Tesla stock, here we go. Tesla on Friday rallied a lot. It was up by 8.23% by the close of the day. At one point, it was up like 10%. That's on the back of the news of robotaxi. I think the Tesla stock followers would be aware of the news. So that's really good, because when I was reading about what the Tesla is trying to develop and how it might be a little bit different to what is already out there in terms of Waymo, and maybe some of the technology of self-driving that exists already in production in China, for example. So the Tesla is not using the radar technology. Per my understanding, they are actually relying on a lot of data which is coming from several thousands of the Tesla cars, which are running on roads and transmitting in real time a lot of data out to via the satellites to Tesla servers. So they have used that technology. So it's different. I think Tesla is probably, in my opinion, at this stage, the only company which is able to do that, because they have that kind of network and a lot of data. But if this process remains smooth, what is going to, in my opinion, show to the world is that artificial intelligence being applied to hardware. So of course Tesla has Optimus as well. So that's another physical element of artificial intelligence and robotics. So I think it's a very interesting move, because I think a lot of times Tesla gets valued like automobile company, so a car manufacturer. But I think more and more people might begin to realize that maybe it's artificial intelligence with robotics, so through the physical items. And then they have Optimus. They have a lot of data with some of the Elon Musk's other companies like the XAI and X.com, which are now one company now. Anyway, that's some of the stuff on the fundamental side of things. From the pattern perspective, I do believe we are in this CD leg higher as long as point C is held. This is something I've spoken about before, because this is one of the worst days for Tesla. I believe in the entire history, when it was down about at one point nearly 20% in one single day, I mean. But it was really right at the 61.8% Fibonacci retracement. I do remember doing a video, and I told that okay, it is actually news is really bearish, but where it found some of the support on intraday basis is right at the 61.8% retracement, and as long as it is held, it's got a chance to rally, and now it's towards the upper part of the trading range. And I think if it is in CD leg, it's got a chance to hit 420. And then on the weekly chart, we have again the 7th of April lows are key for it. It's got a chance at 532. And then this one is really for the investors, because it's really big. On the monthly chart, maybe it's got a chance to hit $600. And quite honestly, when I made video with the $500 target for Tesla stock, we were trading, I believe it was sometime in 2023 when I did that video. And it was really hard to believe, and I used to say that it's really for the investors who really believe in the Tesla, the company itself. And then that wish did come true, although I was actually received some negative comments as well, which is okay. But we did come very close to the exact 500 level, 488 spot 54 being the high. So with that respect, look, these are higher lows and these are higher highs. So $600, it's got a chance to actually achieve that. But this is our point C of the ABCD, so it must hold. That's the 7th of April. Okay. Now, Meta. So Meta is actually one of our favorite technology stocks. They are doing a lot of stuff in AI, and they want to make it better. And Mark Zuckerberg is trying to really get ahead in the AI game. You can read about this in the news. From a technical perspective, very close. Opened, it opened with a gap and closed really nicely. I think it's gonna go for 727, attempting towards new all-time highs. Really nice, beautiful one-to-one price projection ABCD with a double bottom. Really nice pattern completion. Week, of course, is not over yet, but on the weekly we do have higher targets, 800, even higher. And on the monthly chart, and the month is not over yet, but very strong looking. This D is actually from the previous ABCD, which actually we hit exactly. This ABCD actually points to, it's $1,000 stock, easily 1100. This is our point C. So the 7th of April low is the key. Fantastic price action, really strong looking, and it's one of those rare stocks, in my opinion, which has actually seen a turnaround. I mean, this is where the investors really turn negative. A lot of bad news was coming out from Meta. Back then it was Facebook. Mark Zuckerberg changed the name of the company, tried to change the strategy to Metaverse. But investors were not sure that how is that going to work, and this is when the investors began to sell out, went right to the exact 78.6% retracement. Boom, that was the low. We really became bullish on this around the $200 mark, because that was the 38.2% retracement of this high, all-time high, to this lower 78.6% retracement. And that just told us that okay, there is more to the stock, and boom, it's doing fantastic. Okay, now let's take a look at Apple. Just a quick look at Apple. I think Apple is kind of struggling. I think it's got a chance to actually move and test the 7th of April lows. This is the way it looks like. It's just really doesn't appear to be going anywhere. And then let's take a look at the Z scaler. I'm going to take a move to the weekly chart, and boom, it is right at the target. Because this is the box that we have drawn, and it's a long-standing target. I was talking about this last year, about a year ago exactly, in the month of May and June, where this was our point C. Um, but it required a lot of patience if somebody was in this, because for a long time, for about 1 year nearly, it just went nowhere, and then it had a fantastic rally and right to the into the target, and I think it's got a little bit more to go because the CD leg points are a little bit higher, so maybe around 330. But in my opinion, it has reached our target, because that was the 78.6% retracement coming in around 313, 314, and then we of course have the ABCD with the CD leg. Here you go. Let me actually show this to you. So it's a very nice one-to-one price projection, and then we have the 1.618 expansion of the BC swing. So a lot of stuff going around here. This was our target. It could also turn out to be a potential resistance level, perhaps just profit taking, but really nice. But of course, it's still with this kind of power behind it. It's got a chance to make new all-time highs. So Zscaler doing fantastically well. Roblox. Okay, so I don't think I'll have the chance to go through a lot of the charts, but I will post the charts for other companies that we like to follow, such as Amazon, Shopify, on our Substack. The link will be in the description. It's free, so if you want to subscribe to that, which I highly recommend, that way you will not miss on any posts I do, because I'm not able to do the videos all the time, but it's easier for me to post charts. And then I'm also posting certain charts which I'm not able to post cover in the video, so you'll have that added advantage, and it's free. If you want to subscribe, that's fine. Otherwise, just click on the link, and then you'll be able to see the post, and you'll be able to actually also see the charts over there. So fantastic! It breached our target level. I think it's got a chance. It's rallying to make towards new all-time highs. So Roblox is doing really well. And yeah, the Amazon and the Shopify, I think um, I will just post the charts in the Substack. Let's have a really quick look at Lululemon. Lululemon. So the Lululemon stock had a massive rally right here, and it's just been declining. So the decline stopped at 61.8% retracement and rallied right into the 61.8% retracement, and now where it is, it's got a potential for a double bottom. Here, this is the weekly chart. On the daily chart, you can see it's just really negative price action from here. This is when the earnings came out, and the guidance, because of the tariff situation from Vietnam and China being the key, they guided lower or pointed towards uncertainty, and the investors of course don't like that, so the stock just cracked lower. But of course we also have this ABCD completing right here with this bottom. It's got a potential for a double bottom. Let me actually write it down here. I'll write it down with a question mark, because we remain to see that. So double bottom. So we'll follow the Lululemon stock, right? Yeah, and today's close, it's like an island reversal formation, because there is also a little bit of a gap, but I would like to have seen a bit more of a gap at the open. So it is an island reversal variation of that, which is one of the stronger signals for a potential reversal. Like for example, right here, let me actually draw it for you. This is also a variation of an island reversal. Of course, it's not as strong because there is a pretty big wick. Had this been a full boy candle body, it would have been a much stronger one. So this looks pretty strong, or at least a start of some sort of a reversal. We'll have to see. The momentum is really bearish, so I think it might just go up and down quite a bit. Accumulation begins to come into it, so we'll start to watch this stock, Lululemon, right? So thank you very much for watching the video, and if you want to get the charts, please have a look at the Substack. I would really recommend you subscribe that. If you like our technical analysis, the videos, and you learn something, please do subscribe to the channel. And if you do hit that bell icon button, that way you will not miss anything. So thank you very much for watching the video. Good luck, good trading, and speak to you guys soon.